like twists because they are low tension for the scalp, low tension for the hair, easy to take down, easy to install. Your hair, it minimizes tangles.
Today is a natural stuff, guys. Okay guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Onozasie. If this is your first time here, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. And yes, we are back to come and tell you something, but this time around we're not talking about relationships, marriage or sex. We're talking about hair. Natural hair. See, hair past hair.
If you now see my seniors.
Oh my god.
Ancestors.
So, you know, I've always said here that she is a natural hair specialist, consultant, stylist, everything, anything natural hair she is, and she's going to be teaching us how to detangle our hair properly, and also we are going to talk about the myth surrounding natural hair. You don't do this, you don't do that. Kiko will make your hair to be long. Kiko will make your hair to be soft. Don't put the styling there. Don't shake. I like the chafcon. Because we said our natural hair. So we're going to be doing so please tell us what this is. You have to.
Alright. Okay. So I had some flax seeds that I got last year and decided to make flaxseed gel out of them. So this is it. Can you see? Can you see? I now discovered that you can use them to twist, you can use them to style, you can use them to detangle. And what I discovered that I liked, my son's hair has been for over 4 months now because of the lockdown. He's been matted and all long, and of course we're scared to take him to the barbers. And I decided, and said, okay, mommy, since you can't do anything, why not twist it for me? And I said, okay, let me just use the flaxseed gel. And as soon as he touched his hair, detangled the hair perfectly. So now what I want to do is I want to detangle my hair properly using the flaxseed gel that I made. The flaxseed gel. I just put them in this container. This is not the container. This is a different thing entirely. Okay. So now, of course, we know that a lot of people will be like, oh, I combed my hair and after combing, I see the whole room, my hair on the floor and all of that. First and foremost, never do anything on your hair when it is dry. That is bad news for your hair. So this is what I do now. I dip my hand. This is the portion I want to use. So I always advise that when you have products that have water in them and all of that, scoop a bit of it out into another bowl, a clean bowl, so that you dipping your hands into the products might introduce germs and all of that to destabilize the consistency of the products. When you do that, you are safe. You can just use the portion that if you need to add more, then you add. If you don't need to, you can but and keep it, and then you add more to that for subsequent use. Don't return it back into the initial jar. Okay, let's check this out. So now this is my hair, right? I've not combed. This is not combed, and I've just kept it loosely twisted and styled and all of that. So this is it in my hair. There's a little bit of funky smell because I've had it for. Can you see? Yeah. Can you see? Wow. It's giving me sleep. Can you see? Wow. See?
Yes.
See my strands separate easily. It has this
So if one wants to try this out, what do you do?
Okay. Now when you get your flax seeds, what I did was I boiled water, poured it in a pot, boiled the seeds, and turned down the heat to low fire so that it won't bubble over too much and burn and all of that. Wow. Can you see? Can you see my curls?
Yes.
Can you see? Wow. And then you let it cook. It begins to cook. Then you are stirring consistently so that it doesn't stick to the base of your pot and that and get burnt. And then you begin to notice that there's a mucus, like, of course, that just like your okra. It begins to get very how do I call it now? You know, that whole slippery consistency and all of that. See you. Can you see? See, look at this. See how my fingers are running. Can you see? Easy.
Easy.
Yes, exactly. See. Wow. Can you see the curl popping? Can you see? Wow, I like this. I was thinking, okay, because his hair is short and all of that, but I mean, this is my hair, it's long now. Wow. Okay, so this is where your sectioning clips should come in, your alligator clips, your butterfly clips. Of course, I was in a
I have.
Please.
You taught me well. You taught me well.
Because I was in a huge rush.
You taught me well. You taught me well.
So when you have alligator clips, this is what you do with them. Can you see?
Yes.
You hold up the sections that are not. This ones that have the tangle. You hold them away, so that it's not in the way. So you continue this way. I'm going to do the entire head. I've not really detangled properly since last week that I had my Ayurvedic herbs in them. I discovered that some of the herbs are inside, and then it's a little bit matted, especially at the back. Wow, I'm loving this.
I am loving it.
Oh God, the curls now. See.
Jeez.
Wow.
Then you hold it down.
Can you see? So I go to the back now. This is the back that I know that I have a lot of. Okay. See. Easily separating easily. Wow. It's melting away the tangles, the twists, and wow.
Where can we get the seed?
Oh God. Okay, last year I had someone that went up north. She was one I sent. So what we are going to do is I'm going to get my link in the north and get the seeds. So when I have them available, of course, I'll make you know.
Yes.
See now, I've not combed this hair. See, easy.
To all of you that complain that to losing your hair is all to comb, you found a solution.
You know the problem, we want these quick fixes. But natural hair is not texturized or relaxed hair. It's not straight. Half of the time it's kinky, coily. So it's extra work, and in that extra work that is usually the challenge most people is a lot of patience. You are not doing it in a rush, because rush equals bad hair. Rush equals tangles, breakage. So you really need to be, and then you treat your hair like fine silk. You see, you treat your no jerky motions, abrupt motions, and all of that. No, you treat it with fine, just like fine silk.
And is it true that
a bit of
thread makes hair?
No, I disagree. Because your hair is kinky, coily, it will shrink. It's shrinking that is the issue. So when you now thread, it stretches out those skin, and then people are deceived to think that, oh, my hair has grown longer. Your hair has actually not grown longer. Your hair has just been stretched to the actual length that it really is. So you are seeing that length and you are thinking, oh, my hair has grown longer, or it will make your hair. No. Yes, it could make your hair a little bit softer because it is stretched and, of course, softer, but not growing the hair. The hair will grow when it grows. As a matter of fact, average person grows hair for between 0.5 inches to 2 inches, depending on the person's hair, genes, and all of that. That's per month. So on the average, you should have growth of maybe about 6 inches in a year. So can you see that it's not this time? Your hair is growing. As long as you cut your nails, you shed skin too, and those are things that, so you know that for sure your hair is growing. So preserving that growth that has come in is what you are using all of your products for, that nourishing it, making sure that, okay, this one that has grown is not breaking off, so that another one that is coming joins to it. You see that difference, that addition of the new one coming in is what you call the growth. So threading does not.
What about the
hair? As a matter of fact, just as I said, no hairstyle grows there. I just put no hairstyle that grows there. Don't just tell the truth. There is none. As a matter of fact, most hairstyles damage hair, so you have to really be careful. Personally, what I've observed, because my hair is, my hair used to be very fine until now that I've seen that, wow, it's getting thicker and all of that. My strands are thicker and stronger and better. I realized that for my edges, I don't like it. Once I do Didi or Adimole, once I do it, give me 2 good days, just 2 days, my edges are off. My edges are off. Do you know why? I discovered that the technique for doing Adimole, of having your hair inverted, your strands that are weak are trying to hold on to the center. So it will separate. There is no way to not separate. So all those ones they'll tell you, oh, let us pick it for you. That picking, I'm afraid it will end in tears. Hot tears for your hair. So it's not everything that you know, every style that you need to do another. Just observe your hair basically. And if you know that you're struggling with thin hair, bad edges, I always advise my people to stay away from adimole. So I've observed with myself. I mean, I was the guinea pig for all of this. So before I started, so I can give my customers good advice on what they should do to their hair and not their hair. It's not necessarily about coming to us, but if you know what you should do to your hair, you can't let anybody just come and run right over you and insist that, oh, let's do this just to make your hair fine. No, it might look fine, but your hair will not be happy for it at the end.
So what kind of protective styles should natural Geng
do? Actually, just as I said, you can do anything, but it's not anything that is protective for your hair. It's not everything that is protective for your hair. Now, some people will weave. Okay, for my twists, what I do is I like twists because they are low tension for the scalp, low tension for the hair, easy to take down, easy to install. Your hair, it minimizes tangles and all that. But once I do that, I roll my ends because you have to keep your ends protected. The ends are usually the weakest part. They are the ones that have stayed out for so long, that has been prone to the elements, manipulation, all of that. So, and another thing is, because most of the clothes we wear, most of the time, probably we don't pay attention. So, but by virtue of the fact that we are naturalists and all of that, we have learned to pay more attention to hair and see what works and not works. Most of the time, your ends are snagging on clothes, on your zippers and all of that. It's bad news for your hair. You observe, it's bad news for your hair. So hair, watch out for hair that keeps your ends safe and your scalp that is not too tight on your scalp, because once your hair is too tight, it damages your follicles too. And then once the damage starts, by the time you realize it, the damage is far gone. You need to do a lot to repair it. So you look out for styles that keep your hair stretched so that it minimizes your tangles and all that. Of course, threading is good for that, for keeping it straight and all of that. Of course, then I tell people, if someone like me, I don't like Ghana weaving. Basically because Ghana weaving, you cannot determine the damage. You cannot determine to the extent to which damage can be done until the damage is done. And that is where you don't want to be at. So why not stay away? It's enough for your hair to look so nice and all that. Then if you must do it, ensure that you don't start with your weaves, the extensions from the edges, because it's bad news for your hair. Anything that is going to the back and they are adding and pulling, there's always tension. That's where traction alopecia starts from, and you know that once it starts, if you don't check it, and most people like, no, I'll carry it for 3 months so that before I finish it will have grown out. You're doing your hair a lot of damage. So many, and we can, another style I like, another thing I prefer is crochet over actual fixing. Reason is, with fixing, there's a way that your scalp is closed. You can't exactly access, especially for those that really like to do so much bundles and all that. Your scalp is closed, you can't access it. Then you find out that your scalp has been dry for so long, you can't access for moisturizing and all of that. It's dry, it's all of that. And then the bad news is you begin to have dandruff, itchiness, and then with our people, we are the ones that are even trying to change people's minds about carrying protective styles for too long. Some people will carry their hair for up to 3 months. You've not washed, you've not moisturized, you've not been conditioned. How can your hair come down and not be bad? Deal with a lot. So that's it. So for crochet, you know that you can access your scalp, you can moisturize, you can, if you do individual crochet even, you can moisturize it well, you can access your scalp basically, and then your hair is protected. So that's it. Of course, the other styles you can do, bantu knots, and so many of them. The one thing that doesn't work for me that I don't like is cornrows. I don't know. There's something about it that I shed, the weaving on her hair. I shed more hair. More hair. I think it's the whole process of interlocking and all that. It's just not working for me. So I decided to stay off it. And that's it. So, but if it works for you, of course, what works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. So you have to study your hair basically. Study your hair and listen to it, because it's your hair. Your stylist cannot love your hair more than you. You are the one wearing it. It's your crowning glory. So you have to pay attention.
And there's something I learned from the salon, from her. Once you are on a cornrows like this, don't run too far from your moisturizer.
Yes, that's very true. In fact, I'm glad that you brought that up. A lot of people stemming from those old ideas that we've had about hair. Like, auntie, this your hair is dry, you need to oil it. No. You don't need to oil it. Oiling, yes, but what is that oiling that you're talking of? Most of them will just apply the oil directly to the already dry hair and scalp. They are just sealing in the dryness. The oils and butters, they are sealants. Now look at this. Look at my hand. This is a gap. Let's assume that is where your hair should be standing, your scalp and all of that. And this is dry and your follicle is standing in it, okay? Now, this dryness, you now apply oil. The oil covers and seals the dryness in. But what you need is moisture in that gap. When you spray your moisturizer, water has gotten there. Either a water-based leave-in mist or simple water or leave-in conditioner. Water-based, the water is there. Then you now use your oil to seal in that water. Now you have moisturized the hair and you have sealed. You now use your moisture, your sealant on the hair. The hair that has been, the cuticles that have been open, once those things get inside, the water gets inside or the water-based product gets inside. The butter now seals the cuticles so that it's protecting and covering, sealing in that moisture which your hair needs. So you don't just oil dry hair, you're only sealing in the dryness. So when you have your hair on cornrows, like it is very key. And when you are taking down the hair, it helps you minimize breakage and shedding. Hair will shed normally, yes, but you will make sure that it is the one that is meant to shed that is shedding, not the extra that that you now put in by the hair being left too dry for too long. I always ensure that once I'm taking down my hair, it's not even possible for me to take down dry hair. It is bad news. So you must, and then the elements, the weather, the breeze, the sun, and all of that has taken away from the nutrients, from the moisture in your hair. So you need to constantly reintroduce it, I found out that moisturize my hair, because my hair is fine, strands. I don't do my protein treatment too much. I do 4 to 6 weeks. Then the moisturizing is what I now concentrate more on to balance it. Do you understand? You can also use your hair butters or your chili butter or for a moisturizing deep conditioning too, you can do that. But the thing is that moisturizing, you cannot skip it. You cannot skip on it at all. You can't.
So just in case you guys want to know if she makes products, but you know that people will ask, do you have product? Do you have product? That's why you have to follow her on Instagram to ask her. She does this.
Yes. That's a hair oil.
That's the hair growth.
This oil is a herbal oil that has Ayurvedic herbs in it. Good herb, rosemary, that strengthens your hair. Yeah.
So you just do it this way.
Exactly.
So you see.
We have front hair.
Some of the front hair.
It helps all your edges. It helps your hair go stronger and fuller. We have a lot of testimonies. In fact, go on our Insta stories to post feedbacks all the time, and customers are back and I'm like, oh, they are actually giving up. And the truth is, don't give up on your hair until you try and see if it works for you or doesn't work for you. Do you understand?
Now, this is the
deep conditioning protein treatment.
Yes. You need to see these things so that you people will know that it's not Jire. I'll be in this game a long time.
Good hair requires commitment. It requires commitment of your time, commitment of your money. Yes, what we do is we advise you so don't just go buying and spending and all that. The truth is, if you have products worth 5 million naira, you are not consistent, you don't use them right, you don't do all of that, and you're impatient and you're not doing the right things, your hair will not move an inch. It's not about buying a gazillion products, but about using what you have, using the right ones and using them consistently. There are some basic things you need to have. Once you don't have the big, how can a naturalista not have a deep conditioner? And then you have all the styling gels in the world, you have hair mousse. What are you doing with it? How? What are you doing with it?
As your
Someone that doesn't even know how to string two hair together and has a fat jar of Ego Styler gel. How now? And then you don't have a moisturizer. You don't have a good shampoo. You don't have a deep conditioner. And you have bought.
That reminds me. We have shampoo. I'm coming. I can't bring it. See, junction. Have you ever bought that chili butter powder and oil? Mixing. How did it end up? It ended in tears. Ladies and gentlemen, I did it. I thought I should be DIY. It ended in hot tears. But
this,
she has done this.
yes, takes away all that stress, all that flake that you be having.
Look
all
here.
That, no,
What's
it melts right into your hair. I mean, easy to apply, easy to wash off.
See,
if you need to.
They've refined it.
No, it's just good news for your hair and for
Good
you.
for you,
time.
saves you time.
Saves you
That
time.
thing.
And apart from that, it's not just chebe and the cacao oil in it. It has other beautiful oils and herbs in it that does well for your hair.
So when people now see me and say, "Onozasie, your hair is fine," please enjoy it, man. When you be 30,
behold. So the thing is, your hair can be better. See, good hair comes. I mean, everybody wants good hair, but great hair comes by choice. It comes by what your intentional doing of the right things. That's when you get great hair. There's no magic. There's shortcut to palm tree. There's no shortcut to good hair. You do the hard. You put in the hard work.
This is the shampoo.
Yes, it's black soap based, and we all know the beautiful benefits of black soap.
See this thing, that there are things that I use, like it's not like I just bought the come and do advert
At all.
You can see that multi local after me.
And the good news is they are actually affordable.
Very affordable.
They're affordable.
In fact,
to break the bank to have.
Let me tell you. Let me just tell you the price. This is 2,500 naira only.
Yeah.
This is 2K. This is 2K. In fact, imagine the shampoo is just 1,250. 1,2. And it is thick. It lathers like shit.
And cleanses.
Because
it's a different thing for it to be lathering up a storm and not cleaning. No. It lathers, cleanses, and leaves your hair soft.
Jesus, see hair.
Oh God,
see hair. Please move here. See hair.
See my curls popping. Onozasie, are you seeing?
I'm seeing.
Wow.
See, please swing it.
But the downside is, I don't think it's not going to last more than a couple of days or so. Preservation might be an issue with it, so that it starts to get rancid. But I have to use quickly. Wow.
Then the chebe butter is it 2K?
Yes. Chebe butter is 2K. Yeah.
Just 2,000.
And
if you need it like ASAP, wherever you are in
we deliver. Oh, of course. I have customers all around. Yeah.
And the deep conditioner too.
Yes, that's 2K.
2K too. Yeah. So
we have two other
going to be buying some product that will collect 15,000 at the end of the day. So we are abusing that. We'll go and spend thousands at the end of the day. The thing is, you don't just enter a salon and think that these people should be, because they wrote natural hair, they should know it. When I got into this town, I was like, okay, where will I get a natural hair salon and everything? And then she spoke about fixing. I used to fix like mad. You people know me. I used to fix like mad. So, and my hair, I think that was like the second year or something. When I entered this salon, I was like, it's a natural hair. That's why I entered. I was going to gather Dido. I was like,
of course, natural.
Do you know? Are you sure this is a natural hair salon? Are you sure? She just said, she just calmly, she just said, worry. I understand. I said, because I just got here. I said, oh, you just got here. Don't worry, sit down. She touched my hair and then told her that I always battle with dandruff and everything. Then she just asked me, do you fix? I said, yeah, I do that a lot. She said, you do me a favor. Stop fixing. And then I said, why? It makes your hair dry. And then she said something. When you're losing, once you comb it out, it feels as if almost half of your hair are off the floor. She said, I said, yes, ma. You know when it's like when you're a prophetess, when you meet a prophetess, I said, got to family when you can move, when you can like, yes, ma, yes, ma. That's what happened though. Oh yes. And then the way they handle, see, you people need to enter their salon. There's a way they handle hair. You go up your hair. You don't handle your hair like that.
Oh, it's
like,
important.
Don't just many years. Got it to wear.
Suffered to
Kenaland.
All sorts of people. I mean, it's so bad that once you wear natural hair, you'll probably be the last person to get your hair sorted at the salon that day. Forget it. Because they are complaining, they are auntie, can't you even put your laser into your hair? Can't you even do this way? Can't you put it?
What's the key?
And I'm like, hello, I'm a full-blown adult. I have money to buy relaxers and I choose not to. It's not you that will let me know that I should put relaxers. Can you do it or you cannot do it? Simple.
Ladies and gentlemen, these few words of ours, a demonstration that you have seen. If you like, Go and do rubbish to your hair. Your hair is not going to forgive you. But guys, take your hair seriously. It's not so difficult as people describe it to be. Just know the right thing and follow the right people. Once again, Leonzora is here for you. Okay, on Instagram for consultation, for styling, everything. She's available. Okay, and very soon she's going to have her branches around around the states that you can just stroll there. And we're there, even outside Nigeria, but I think she wants to leave Nigeria, wants to migrate. So wherever she migrates,
my children are busy. I don't know, but these children, they spoke with their cousins in Canada some days ago, and my son was crying after the call, and I was like, "What's wrong with this? I miss Lulu so much. I miss Kumi so much. I think I want to go to Canada." I'm like, "I want to go. Slow down first. I have plenty business here." They've been making a prayer point a day, honestly. Some days ago, I didn't go to work, and my daughter said, "Mommy, are you not going to work today?" She's 5. She just clocked 5 yesterday. "Are you not going to work today?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I want to rest." "You need to go because so that we'll have money to go to Canada." And I'm like, "Hey, what is this? Please
save that man out. I'm tired of Nigeria. I've said that the angel that sent me here.
Yeah, see how many people here that I need to help. Please." No, take Canada.
No problem. But she's available. She's available to help your hair grow. See, my hair is a testimony. I fight a lot with breakage and everything, but she has helped me. Our products, everything, they're valid.
We teach you. We teach because one of my dreams, all of us that come to Leonzora space, we should stand and be like, there's something about the hair that is different. We teach you how to handle it. God forbid, you have to, something bad happens, or look at it. I was preaching to my people. You need your products. You need to know every time you go to the salon, you need to be able to wash your hair, basic care of your hair. And COVID happened, and my phone was almost blowing apart. You were telling the time, we need products. The frenzy was crazy. And we teach you how to handle your hair. Not to make it and all, but basic care for your hair. You're good. Most of them have daughters that cry so much at the sight of a comb and all of that. It shouldn't be that way. Let's change this narrative.
Stop taking your kids to all these mamas. Stop. That will be using. Please.
Yes.
Please. Okay, guys. Let's. We know we have impacted your life. I can't say that we have impacted your life. And if you watch this video to this point, no, we'll make heaven. Forget. Make heaven, because you have the virtue of patience, and it's not even about being patient. It is interesting enough and it is educative enough for you to follow through. But if you now watch this thing this much, you should now finish it, you now go, you now subscribe. You make heaven.
I second that.
Please subscribe. Okay, follow Leonzora on our social media platforms, on Facebook and on Instagram. And get in touch with her. She's ready. First of all, she's ready. If you want to learn too, she's ready to teach you. And follow me on all my social media platforms too, Instagram and Facebook. I've told you people, Twitter, so and subscribe to the channel. Guys, your hair is very important. Take very good care of it. Alright. Thank you very much. Tomorrow, I'm not going to give you hair content too, because some of you, while I ain't poor, but not okay. How do I don't?
No, listen. Okay, let me help you out. Yes, I'm going to run a series on managing your hair. I'm starting that series, so just follow me closely. Just be on the lookout.
Follow anybody that comes. No, follow now. Follow. You see the name there. Follow. See, Nigerian people don't used to read. I will put the name there now, so people will come and ask me that. Please, what's the name of the like? Bye bye.
I'm not.
All right, guys. Bye.